All right, thanks, Kent. Great to follow two LSU legends here. Stromile Swift, arguably the greatest in-game dunker in the history of the NBA. Obviously, Coach Brady, Final Four coach. The thing I would share about both of them I thought was really special about that Sweet 16 team 25 years ago, back in 2000, was this fall on a Saturday, walking around Tiger Stadium, going from tailgate to tailgate. I see Coach Brady, I see Stromile, I see Jabari, I see a couple of their other teammates off that group out tailgating together 25 years later after their special accomplishments. And those relationships are what it's all about. And you hope as the college landscape changes that opportunities like that don't get lost, because I thought that was really special to see them out there having the time of their lives tailgating at Tiger Stadium 25 years after their Sweet 16 appearance. So really appreciate them being back this weekend. Thankful for LSU putting everything together to honor that special team led by a special coach in John Brady. And we're looking forward to the opportunity against Texas tomorrow, first time playing them as an SEC opponent. I think they have a really good basketball team. Their four leading scorers can really put points on the board in a hurry. I know there's been a lot of talk about the age and experience and depth of the SEC, but it's also a special freshman class in the group, and Trey Johnson is certainly there at the forefront, averaging 19 a game. Kaluma, the transfer from K-State, has been terrific. Pope from Oregon State, fantastic. And then Mark, who we've played against last year at Arkansas. All four can put up huge numbers. All four shoot over 37% from three. All four positive assist to turnover. All four shoot it really well at the free throw line. So certainly they have other really good players as well, but I think those four stand out with their ability to explode for points in a hurry.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned Trey Johnson, obviously, the scoring. Just what makes it so challenging for him to stop him from getting to his spots and just filling it up?
Well, I haven't seen everybody in college basketball, but of all the games I've watched, he has to be the best difficult shot maker in college hoops. I mean, he can score over either shoulder in the post. He can take you out to the mid-range and also score over either shoulder there. He shoots it well, over 37% from three. I think as a team they do a really good job getting to the free throw line. So I think the goal just has to be to try and make the shots as difficult and contested as possible.
Anything you see in those turnovers last game, or was that just?
Yeah, there was way too many of them. But no, I think one, I would always credit Auburn, their pressure, the size that they put in some of the traps really bothered us. I think it's not to oversimplify the game, but obviously we struggled to score in the first half because we had so many empty trips because of the turnovers. In the second half, when we did a better job securing the basketball, executing offensively from a screening and cutting standpoint, we were able to put up 45 points in the second half. We hit the most threes Auburn's given up in a game in league play. We shot good percentage from the floor. So I think it's a combination of a lot of things. Certainly decision-making, ability to handle some of the traps and pressure, but executing at a higher level from a screening with physicality and a cutting standpoint will help us eliminate some of those. Look, Michael, we're going to turn it over some, but we've got to eliminate some of the unforced ones. A cross-court pass, catching the ball, standing out of bounds. Some of the unforced ones we really have to eliminate.
I know not too much time has passed, but has the tone or atmosphere shifted or changed a little bit since the Auburn game? Or is it still the same sort of tone as far as like how the players are practicing or how have you?
Yeah, I don't really know what the tone has been. I think we're really competing. I think we've gotten better. The results are not what we want through these first 7 games in league play. As I reminded our players yesterday in film, over the last month, we've played the 3rd hardest schedule in the country. And while the results aren't where we want to be, I think when you look at the Alabama game, you look at the Auburn game, there's been progress made as a team. we're not where we want to be. So we got to continue to get better. We know the areas that have to be improved upon, whether it's turnovers, defensive rebounding. So I think the guys are hungry to get better. They're hungry to get back in the win column. We had a really good practice this morning, and I think our guys will be locked in and ready to go tomorrow.
Yeah, Coach, I know it's a whole new team for Texas, but you did play them last year, and Coach Terry, is there anything you can pull from that game or when you go back and look at it?
Well, the starting five-man was there last year, Shadrack, who does a really nice job protecting the rim and really controlling the paint for them. Some of the actions are similar. Some of the ball screen things that they ran last year that were effective for them, they're using those again this season. There have been some changes. They have really good one-on-one isolation players, and not many teams have that. Not many teams have multiple guys that can do it. So you have to be able to defend in space. It can't just be a one-on-one battle. We have to play good, solid team defense to be successful in slowing down their offensive attack tomorrow.
Yeah, just a couple quick ones. Just Corey, is he kind of okay after the injury? And then what have you liked about Curtis Givens in the starting lineup at point guard? What has kind of that allowed y'all to do in the start of games?
Yeah, starting with Corey, he was out yesterday at practice. He was back full go this morning, and I thought looked good. I expect him to be available and ready to play tomorrow. It was a big toe injury there early in the game. He tried to battle through, but was in a lot of discomfort on Wednesday. But I think he's responded well, and I expect him to be ready to go. Curtis, I think, is making a lot of progress. He's doing a good job of running the team. He really competes on the defensive side of the ball. And then offensively, I think when you look at the game at Missouri, you look Wednesday against Auburn, starting to show more of who I believe he can become on that side of the ball. A guy who can make open threes, run your team. I think it's been a good change up for us, not only for Curtis, but also for Jordan, who was struggling, getting into foul trouble early in games. I think he's performed much better coming off the bench and getting to see the game. And it's eliminated some of the foul trouble that he was facing earlier in league play.
Yeah, Coach, just how important was it to bring back this 2000 team to not just give them their respect, but for your current guys to get a sense of, I guess, their knowledge and their success?
Well, I think it's really special. I think it's what it's all about, when you get the opportunity to honor the great teams that came before you. And I always talk to our players about this. There's whether you call it a brotherhood, a network, a fraternity of former players here that are very successful in various walks of life, whether it's their professional NBA careers, whether it's their coaching careers, whether it's in the business world. And we want our players taking advantage of the opportunity to meet those former players, to build those relationships, and start establishing their network as they get ready to enter the real world when they leave LSU. And I think that's one of the special things about this place, not just in basketball, but in all sports. It's one of the things that really appealed to me about wanting to come to LSU is the strength of the brand and all the star power that has come through this program over the years and all the people who have gone on to be successful outside of sports. And so whether it's Trace Young taking advantage of the contacts he's been able to make through playing at LSU to establish a successful career for himself moving forward, or Cam Carter taking advantage of this summer to train with Garrett Temple, a 15-year NBA player that's helped him propel forward to an outstanding final season here at LSU. I think we got to take advantage of all those opportunities, and our players have done a good job of embracing that.
Victorious Miller coming back from injury, only 3 minutes against Auburn. I feel like we can see him more. He's still kind of easing him back into the lineup.
Yeah, I think so. He was a little bit limited in practice Monday, Tuesday. He's been full go yesterday and today. So would expect him to be ready to go tomorrow and play with great energy. A guy before we got into league play was a double-figure scorer for us, was our third leading shooter from behind the three-point line where we desperately need the help there. So expect him to work his way back here quickly.